have it all together. I think we do. You know, we're coming in. It's a new season, and I literally had to go get my watch because I was like, I gotta be able to check my time. But let me stop telling you all the things happening behind the stage, and let me just say that if you're going to bring in a new season, you want to bring it in with some showstoppers. Oh my God. Okay, let me go ahead. Let's cue the music. We're gonna get into it. Good afternoon, everybody. It is Gwendolyn G.R. Houston Jack. We're back for season 3 of Small Biz Bites. So excited to have you guys all here today. I'm so excited. I am really excited. Couple of things. First of all, we are streaming live to LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. And if you're on YouTube, we would love it if you would like, share, and subscribe, because we are doing all the things over here, all the things. First of all, shout out to my mama, because mama gonna show up first. Mother will show up first. She's always gonna show up first, so shout out to my mama. We also have my accountability partner here. Gary Jackson is here. This is what we're doing. And I am excited now. For those of you who were here for my other opening, girl, listen. You know, I had my confetti because I believe in celebrating all the things at all times. So I actually keep confetti poppers in the house. But I said, we are not going small this time. No, ma'am. No, we are going to do the things. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
All right, so now I need to cover my drink. Hold up, because I don't want to get... RJ's like, what in the world? I don't want to get confetti and things in my drink. So I want to welcome season 3 of Small Biz Bites. And we're going to welcome it in big. All right, now hold on here, RJ. I got to turn this. Hold up.
Oh, nice. That's amazing.
That's how you do it, people. If you're going to bring it in, you are going to bring it in. So let us, it's a good thing I covered my drink. Let us talk about what's going to happen today. RJ, before we talk about you, RJ the Unstoppable, I'm going to open it up. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to open it with the sidebar, which we typically leave. There is confetti all over the window. We leave it for in the middle, but I'm going to start up with it. Star Trek or Star Wars? What you got?
Okay. I hope y'all have a 4-hour recording device. No. Because you did say I had to pick one. Because usually what I say when people ask me this is, listen, I love fruit. I love apples and oranges the same. They're both fruit. Sci-fi is both, one without the other. One, super dirty. Everything is dented. One, oh my God, the hairstyles. Everything's super clean. Like the heads in the back, they got that line that's shaved. I mean, there's some differences. I think, and it was Star Wars. It just took my brain. Wait, no, I'm not done. Star Wars took my brain when I was a small child, and it did this to it. The R2-D2. I mean, please, C-3PO. That stuff was hilarious when I was 8. It was amazing, and I'd never seen anything like it before, and it absolutely changed my life. Princess Leia, my hero, and all of that, and I have loved it for many years. I love it still today. But in today's world, I want to look towards something that makes me happy and gives me hope. Is Star Trek. Star Trek, baby. It's the little utopia of what we could possibly become.
Right.
Because I am not going to abandon my hope.
I will say this. Sci-fi has always been used, in my opinion, to talk about all of these society issues that we just don't have the guts to talk about. It's always been used that way. Because for whatever reason, two different aliens fighting about things that just don't make sense, we can accept it when it's an alien, but when we talk about each other, it's like, that's just not true. So I completely understand that. And yes, I like them both. I still pull a lot of my life lessons from Master Yoda.
Yeah.
Like Master Yoda was dropping gems. I don't think people understand. He was dropping them.
Well, and when you're 100 years old, you better know something.
Well, yeah, you better know something. So before we talk about you, ma'am, let us get into some of these comments. My mama is saying hello to Gary. We got Peggy MacArthur, the headshot strategist, in the building. Hello, Peggy. She, of course, is sending her shout out to you, RJ. We have David coming in from LinkedIn. Hello, David. Yeah, David likes her fruit salad too. Look at that. Everybody likes fruit salad. I think everybody likes fruit salad. And then, yes, Peggy is talking about, yes, Star Trek and Star Wars is the best. They really are. I mean, it's just, again, another way to discuss some things.
Well, in science fiction has always been used thus.
Yes.
Because I took a class, I'm not kidding you, in one of my many school days. In college, I took a class called Religion and Science Fiction.
Oh.
And and the teacher kind of went about explaining that these are frameworks through which we can talk about stuff in an honest and real manner, because they do not reflect where we live right now and what's going on right now, and we're too close to it. We can't read the pickle jar label from inside. We got to go out. We got to get into space. We got to land on a different planet. We got to do something like that. And that it's always been held in my mind as the standard. I just like Star Wars cards. When I was a kid, they gave you that gum that was so hard you couldn't really chew it, but if you sucked on it for a while, it would fold in half. You know. My heroes in Star Wars and in Star Trek as well. I love the Trek, baby. I love it cheesy too. Like episodes of people make fun of, give them to me. Give me all the cheesy Star Trek. Give me a dog in an alien costume. I want it.
There were some suspect episodes. I'm not gonna lie. If you've ever watched all of them, and anybody in the audience, trust, you can go back and like, what? Okay. Yeah. But RJ, tell us, who are you? Who is RJ the Unstoppable?
Sorry, I always have to do that when people say RJ the Unstoppable. I don't know what's going on. No, I am unstoppable. I think mainly because I'm stubborn, but some people call it stubborn. Some people say really focused. Anyway, I am. Gosh, it's been a long, strange trip. I will say that. First of all, what I do is I work with chatbots and AI. I serve coaches who really want to serve their clients. I also serve other creative entrepreneurs from time to time because creative people are drawn to me. I don't know why, but we'll just leave it at that. They love to come hang out virtually, as we know, because you and I hang out with them all the time. I love computers. I love computers because that scientific aspect of being able to try it this way. Okay, change one element. Now try it this way. Okay, that didn't work. Now change one element. Try it this way. the patience of being able to work that way, I love. I'm not a programmer. I'm what they call a user experience person. I design that experience for people, and I have a programmer that works with me.
So. Nice. All right. Before we go too far, I want to check out some of our comments here because we got people here. You have, hey, Tanya Fisher is in the building. She is saying hello. And according to Peggy, it says Tanya and Aisala, they're at the watch party. What? There's a watch party going down. Okay. I am still, there's so much confetti on me right now. I'm trying to work it out. It's all on my shoulder. It's just, okay,
it's
whatever.
Everywhere, baby.
It's everywhere. Ron Foster, representing Brooklyn, is in the building. Hey, hello, sir. How are you? And of course, David is saying to go with the focus. I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know. Here's the deal, because like you said, you and I do hang out in a virtual community. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. But what I want to know is, how'd you become this AI expert? Because you said you work with AI and bots.
Yeah. Well, I started with bots about 7 years ago. And that was an accident. But long story, slightly shorter, I got into bots, and it was the two-way conversation with my clients and potential clients that I had been looking for, and I didn't even know I needed. I was so frustrated with social media. I was so frustrated with all of these people who tell you got to show up 10 times a day on TikTok, and you got to, you got to write this and do this and jump through this hoop. And oh my God, what is this ever going to get me anything? It is it's a content crush. It's a merry-go-round I desperately wanted to get off, because even with all the talking that I was doing, even with all the dress this way and say these words and blah, blah, blah that I was trying to follow, I wasn't getting nothing out of it. I wasn't getting nothing. Like, people were not showing up at my door, and I could not figure that. I couldn't figure it out. The day that I discovered bots was the day that I knew two things. One, you could have a really great first conversation with somebody that's a two-way conversation, and you didn't even have to necessarily be present for it. You could create a little avatar that people liked, and they could have a conversation with that, or with you, or with something else. Like, the possibilities opened up hugely there, because at the time there wasn't no two-way conversation. There's a one-way shouting match. And that's about what's going on. So that was one. Two was this. Two was, I could actually just be myself, and it was okay in a bot. I wasn't okay with maybe just being myself out here like I am now. I wasn't okay with that, because I still thought, I need to be, I've got to hide myself so that others will feel comfortable. I don't now, but I felt that way at the time. But I figured out that through bots, I could express all of these fun parts of my personality. When I did that, that's when people started coming. That's when people started showing up and just saying, I just wanted to be with you. And eventually I went, okay, well, I'm just going to drop the rest of it and wear a cape, and here we go. And now here we are.
It's interesting that you mentioned how you discovered about that social media rat race. I was trying to find a gracious way to say it. I was like, how do I say it? Because it is a social media rat race, and we have seen do 1,500 of these and 1,800 of that, and so many of this, and the algorithm is always changing. So I was like, yeah, we're not doing that. But I do recall in my previous life how I wanted to introduce bots into our business to take care of the surface level kinds of things.
Yeah.
So I know when I heard about bots, it was more of doing the grunt work. Hate to say it like that, but really it's like, what's your shipping policy? What's your return? Like, that kind of stuff is already under FAQs. Just go there. So the bot's like, yeah, here's the FAQ that you're looking for. So I looked at it like that. But for you to mention that you can use it. And we often think, I believe as consumers, we think about some of these advances in technology for the bigger guy. So how
Right.
can someone like me, the solopreneur, introduce a bot into my business and make it work for me? It's like jaw dropping. So let me go here. Black belt bots. I love, first of all, I have a speech impediment, so thank you, RJ. Like I'm already blah, 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 blah. I'm like black belt bots. Make sure I get it out right. Tell us about your business.
Okay. Well, yeah, gosh, I'll kind of do that while I continue that last story about the bots. Before that, my business name was Queen Ninja Guru. And I'll tell you exactly why. It's because I read a LinkedIn article by a person that said that you should never call yourself a queen, a ninja, or a guru because you sound stupid. And I thought to myself, don't you tell me what to do. And I named my business Queen Ninja Guru. Now, it's a hell of a funny story, but I'll tell you this. Nobody could ever remember what my damn name was.
There was like,
They either came up with the Queen, the Ninja, or the Guru, but never in the right order, and only 2 out of 3 at best. So, and I was so tired of social media. So when I ran into bots, 2 weeks later, I had written my first bot and gotten a whole lot of attention from it and said to my wife, well, this is the future. This is where everything's going. The way that we're doing things now doesn't work anyway. And the technology that's being developed here is going to take us to the future. And she said she had stopped listening way back at like third word of I'm going to change my branding again. She's like, you spent all that time with that business, you're going to change your branding again. I'm like, yes. She's like, okay. And I said, I'm going to use the ninjas finally. I was so happy. And she was like, okay, do what you need to do. I love her. She's very supportive of my craziness. So that was then, but it still was quite a while. It was about 2000. It was end of 2019, beginning of 2020 when I started to work with AI. So I worked the AI stuff and I connected them with my bots. At the time, I was using that horrible product, Dialogflow. For those of you who remember Dialogflow, more like a sort of vomit flow. Anyway, I was not impressed. But I was working with it, trying to get the very best out of it that I could, because AI was just really seemed dumb at that point. Like you really had to hit it over the head to train it. And, so I used it on a few of the high level customers, and I did that for a while. But then GPT came around, and it was like, I actually, when I discovered GPT and I asked my programmer about it, he banned me for 30 days. He told me that I could not play with it and I could not even look at it because I would not get any work done because he knows me. He knows that, will I get this boring admin stuff done, or will I try to create a brand new thing over here in a hot minute? I think the hot minute choice, RJ. So I was banned, but eventually I was unbanned, and I went in, and it was like, look what we can do with this. Look at how much time we can free up without being unethical, without taking jobs from people who want them and need them and are talented. Here are the things that we can do ethically without, I talk about AI washing a lot of products out there smack an AI label on there and charge $20 more a month.
Yeah.
Where's the AI in this? Nowhere. I mean, I know where to look. You know what I'm saying? A lot of businesses do that. As small business owners, this is the leverage that you can use to really connect with people on a deeper level much, much faster than your 78 social posts that went out 5 minutes ago. We connect at a deeper level. We know our clients at a deeper level. We know what our unique thumbprint is. There's some stuff I do that nobody else in the world will do, quite the way that I do them.
Man. We do know about that. We do know about that. And I will say this as we're going into, I love how everybody is at the watch party together. At the watch party together. But and I love how David's intrigued. Trust me, David. Trust me. There's going to be a place where we are going to share how you can contact RJ, because she's going to get some stuff. But I do want to talk about this though, because I just saw some of the highlights from CES 2024 for those of you who enjoy technology and smart homes, and AI was all over that expo floor, all over. I thought, really? So how will AI and bots impact our lives in 2024 from your perspective? And also add in there for the small business owners, the creative, what can we do to like level up, if you will?
Yeah, and I would. Yes. So, gosh, I have been hearing, because I like have daily newsletters for AI and all of this other. It's an evil lair in here, okay? I'm one screen short of an evil lair. Anyway, I'm always looking at stuff, and we have people like, what is that one dude? The Microsoft dude. I can't remember his name right now. It's pretty famous. Anyway, he says that all jobs will be nullified in 3 years, and he says all of these things, and that Musk, I'm not super impressed with him. He also is saying that, and I'm thinking, when's the last time you all went to a grocery store? Who picks up your light bulbs? Who lives your real life for you? Because down here where we are, ain't nothing happening vaguely like that. I do customized work for people. They trust me. They love me. They will love no robot. They will love no robot. I put the robots there to take care of work that I'd rather not do. I put them there to do some stuff I don't have time for. But as for we're replacing all American jobs, I don't think that these guys are super close to American jobs. I don't think they know much. They could probably ask their chauffeur, but I don't think they've been to the grocery store in a while. So I don't really trust that type of stuff. What I see coming is, my hope is that people will see this stuff and begin to incorporate what's really important. I mean, that's one of the things is that I see a lot of people, they're in a couple of camps, right? Okay. So here's one camp that says, oh my God, it's the easy button. Use it for everything. Oh my God, it'll wash your dishes. Fantastic, darling. The people that are on the hype train, and these are the people that also take one of these article writers, push a button, get an article written. It's supposed to be SEO optimized. Listen, y'all, I don't know about that SEO because I don't Google anything anymore. I don't. I just GPT it. I just ask GPT, hey, what's your recommendation for a software that will do this? It brings something back, and I go there and do that thing. I'm not, you know what I mean? I don't Google because Google is so, you got to look through 78 pages of, if you want to hide a dead body, I say it here on this podcast. If you want to hide a dead body, you put it on page 2 of Google. What are we doing with these SEO optimized things? Anyway, that was my own sidebar. And since I'm standing in front of one, I decided I could use sidebars. Anyway, so we've got those people who want to push a button and get the easy button and get something written for them, and they wonder why that stuff's not working. And then we've got oh my God, the Terminator is coming. Let us hide our head in the sand. I understand that fear. I get it. The world is an unpredictable place. I get that. There are absolutely, I guarantee you, going to be bad actors in this field. But also, have you noticed all the other fields? Because they all have bad actors in them.
Every single
It doesn't
one.
matter what the tool is.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't
Every
matter.
single
what
one.
the tool is. Every single one. Somebody's going to cause us something, and the world's going to come down on them, and then somebody else is going to do something like it. You know what I mean? It's going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it. If it causes mass destruction, okay. I'm probably going to be one of the first to go. I don't run very fast. You see what I'm saying? I get the fear, but look at all of the things that we're doing to destroy ourselves right now. AI is just one of those things in the mix. So I tend to go down the middle. And what I see down the middle and what I hope for entrepreneurs and what I will teach everybody within a shouting distance is that there are ways to manipulate this technology that wants to be manipulated into something that takes away 3-4 hours out of your day, gets it done every time. I have a VA, by the way. I am not about to replace her. Why? She knows me. She knows all. She has a map of the inside of this brain. It must be scary. I don't think she opens it. Anyway, she knows me so well that she knows what I need. And I will never give her up because she is a sounding board and she is amazing and she knows me really, really well. I'm not going to replace my VA with all of this stuff that I can automate. I'm just going to automate that stuff so then that clears the way for much more creativity. I will ask you this, G. Have you heard people talking about how if you look at like a lot of movies that are produced nowadays, how the plots are sort of recycled? You know, they're remaking things. Alf. They remaking Alf.
They are touching everything again. I was like, is there nothing new? Is there nothing be done?
Way they've been...
I will say this. I will say that Snoop Doggy Dogg movie that's coming out on Amazon. That's like the Bad News Bears. I mean, you know, I appreciate it. I mean, we've seen it before.
Indeed, we have. God, I hope Martha Stewart shows up in that thing.
I mean, they've done it. They've done it. They'll do it again, and just yeah.
It's because as a society, we've made a lot of choices that have gone toward, well, this formula works, so use it again. And we have kind of disavowed the creativity. You know what I mean? But here's what's going to happen with AI. We're going to get a chance to see some brand new stories. We're going to be able to see some brand new stuff coming out because writers have tools. Photographers have tools. Image makers have tools. We all have some tools in here that will help transform the way that we work if we don't hide our head in the sand. If we're able to say, I'm going to find this, I'm going to do this thing in a way that aligns with who I am and what I want to do. And there is a way, trust me.
Man, okay, before we go on, because we got some comments. Ron is finding this conversation like David, I would say intriguing. Peggy wants somebody. We are still waiting for Rosie the robot to come and grab the dishes. I am still looking for that microwave from The Fifth Element where I can take some pebbles, put them in a dish, you get a whole turkey dinner. I am waiting for that day. We're not there yet. And actually, matter of fact, I think it was chicken. Well, she called it chicken, but it really was a turkey. David saying, cookie cutters, don't cut it all fruit. Gary agrees with Ron. And Aisla is saying, she's considering it. There is a lot here. Of course, Peggy's giving us some smiley faces and laughing faces. Erica Payne is here. Hello, Erica. She says, I want to talk about the easy button all the time. I do want to talk about that easy button.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about that. Wow, there's a lot of comments. Okay, let me get to all the comments because there's more coming, people. There's more coming. Aisla says, truth, there are bad actors everywhere. We know that, right? With everything that we do, there is always somebody's going to take it and go sideways. There's always somebody.
Guaranteed.
It's just how humans are built. I mean, we are fatally flawed. What can I tell you? Also, did you know that teachers protested graphing calculators when they were first released? Yes, who told me that? Somebody told me that recently.
Yeah.
Somebody shared that with me recently about tools. And I was speaking with, I don't even remember who it was now. I can't even remember. But when you talk about education, I don't care how you get to the answer, right? Do it in your head, do it on paper, use a calculator. I just want to know that you understand what you're doing. What tool you use, who cares? Don't nobody care what tool you use. You know, so this whole thing of forcing kids to, let me stay focused because we're talking about AI today. Erica says, I don't know. I just watched Megan this morning. Is that Megan Thee Stallion? Which one is that? You guys
it's a TV show, I believe.
Oh, I don't really watch TV like that. I don't even watch TV like that. Okay, so we talked about the future and you mentioned this. So let me go back to it. Will AI replace us and take our jobs?
No, it won't. It won't. At least the way that it is now, what I have seen and perceived and worked on, none of that is going to replace humanity. We're talking about replacing humanity here. I work with a lot of coaches. I am a coach. They ain't going to replace coaches. There are a certain amount of people out there who see an AI coach and go, yes, I don't have to talk to a human being, and they go for it. These are not your clients anyway. It's fine. You are not going to be replaced by AI. You might be replaced by somebody who knows how to leverage AI, though. Because leveraging it in your business gives you so much more power and so much more choice. And I think that that's one of the things that was just hugely missing in the way that we've been, traditional marketing and traditional social media and all of that kind of stuff. We don't have a choice. I heard some YouTubers talk about, why we put those stupid titles and those clickbait pictures on all the thumbnails? Because we have to for the algorithm. You know what I mean? Algorithms have destroyed choice. And now, what are we going to do? Because we got it back. We got a choice about how we do everything. We don't have to rely on some algorithm to support us or feed us or anything else. It is not real. It is only real for people that, have whole lots of money. And that's not me. I mean, I'm building an evil empire, obviously. But, I'm not out there buying users and I'm not out there buying clicks and I'm not doing any of those things because you know what? My audience doesn't respond to that anyway. They don't care how many clicks I have. So will AI replace us? In some ways, it's going to replace or augment some of the things that we do. But let me tell you right now, most coaches in the universe right now have at least one course that is just videos. It's just videos. Watch the stack, learn my 18-step process on how you can get $100,000 by the end of the week. Here's my question about that. Sweetie, if I'm watching your videos, how am I actually making the monies? Because unless you're paying me to watch the videos. Anyway, so everybody, most people, we were told courses are the way to the future. And I'm not down in courses.
Yeah.
But the way that we teach them to other people is massively unproductive and people aren't learning anything. With my bots, I can create programs. I can create role playing. I can create onboarding that checks for demonstrated knowledge.
Mm.
My people know I'm doing it. They know it's a bot. They know it's Spinning Dragon. It's not actually the RJ. But they're getting paid attention to in a way that we're not able to do one-to-one. So leverage these things. Explore this universe. Because it's our future. They got AI in everything. They got it in pumpkin spice oil changes. Okay? AI's in everything.
And we've been here before. I mean, we've been like people who only, okay, I took typewriting in high school. Okay. So, and those of you in the audience probably took typewriting in high school too. But when the computer came on the scene,
yeah.
There are people who are like, I don't need computer skills. I'm not going back to computer skills. I can keep doing this. They were replaced by those who had the computer skills. The computer didn't take the job, right? That wasn't the culprit. It's the human who has the latest, greatest skill. So I agree with you that leveraging AI, even in your business as a photographer or anything else, how can you use it to work for you in your business for your customer? Because as you mentioned, everybody's not our client. We've never had that chat. I don't know how many times I've said that on this show and other shows. And we'll keep saying it because that's the truth, right? So we got a lot of comments. I am sucking today on the comments. What can I tell you? Okay, let me back it up.
We're backing up.
I'm gonna say deja vu on everything. It is fashion. Now fashion, some of it's kind of cute. Some of it should never, ever come back. So I don't know if they are exempt from the creative process, but it is the same thing, different day. I mean, that's the truth there. Megan. Oh, the doll Megan. That Megan? I never watched it, but I do want to watch that. And the little girl looked creepy from the get-go. So I got to check that one out. Erica agrees that movie was creepy. Ron is saying that a lazy industry, we need creatives to take their place in media.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
If I had a gong, I'd ring it right now.
Hallmark Channel, Hallmark and Lifetime, because you can lose a whole Sunday on the Lifetime channel watching those movies. But it's a formula, and there are people who are their customer who tune in religiously. So I'm not gonna knock them for it. Erica says it was a film. Oh, every movie ever made can be summed up in the same 5 plots. You are correct on that. You are correct. There's definitely can. Ron is saying that we weren't allowed to use calculators in school. Yeah. I don't know why. Some of us have this push against innovation and moving forward. I don't get it. I'm not fully understanding. Now, I have to wonder if some of that is, I don't want to be replaced and left behind. Well, if that's the case, then you figure out how to make it work for you. But the train is going to move. It's going to keep moving.
Well,
and yes.
A lot of people have a lot invested into the way things are done, whether it's time, money, or both. And I understand it. The GPT scandal last year. Oh, they're cheating on their papers. Yeah, they are. You know why? Because they are boring as. They are so boring to write, and I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, where are we paying attention to what they'll learn? I'll tell you a real short story before you get on to the rest of the comments, because I want you to get onto them. But like, Japan is in their curriculum this year. Using GPT is in their curriculum this year. Like, if we no, people need to do it the way I did it. No, education about to get a kick in the knees.
We're still stuck on the can this person take a test and recite. We have completely lost focus on true comprehension and understanding, but we don't want to talk about that today because that requires a different kind of cocktail. Although I am drinking, if I may, Dr. Pepper with a little vanilla rum. And I don't know if you guys noticed this, but this beautiful mug. Oh yes. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Hold up. We're going to talk about it. Isla says the graphing calculator is equivalent to GPT.
We can and will adapt. We must.
Right. You don't write about that. Okay, Eric says that's programmed to almost replace a parent and goes really, oh, Megan? Okay, so clearly I gotta watch that sometime today. Sometime today. I do believe Peggy is agreeing with Aisala's point. Dave is bringing up also too that computers will replace us. That was there's always a Chicken Little somewhere. There's always a Chicken Little somewhere somehow. I see that Peggy said they're having a good time over there at the watch party. Clearly, I should have been invited to my own watch party, but whatever. Keep on watching, crew. Keep on watching. Ron is like, we have lived with AI for the last 10 years in some form. That is true. And he also agrees that Megan is good. Woo! Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. So let's talk about that now because you started it. I want to continue it with GPT. Chat GPT. Everybody's a coach now. You mentioned it. So how do we navigate those waters? Like we know everyone's not our customer. I get that. And you started saying that, I recall it to the last couple of years, creating a course is where it's at. But as you mentioned, I haven't bought the $10,000 or $100,000 a weekend course. I haven't done it because I'm just a little skeptical as a Virgo, but I'll let you answer.
Okay, well, this is a special answer, so I'm taking off my coat. Okay, let's get down to business because this is really important. We've got to be people that level up our skills. This is a statistic that is often repeated, and I've never actually dug into the data to back it up, but whatever. This statistic is that less than 5% of people who ever sign up for one of those courses finish them. Not if you're not turning around and asking why. You know what I mean? We pay so much money for some of this stuff. And, college classes cost less sometimes, although my student loans. Anyway, we won't get into that. We'll be here all afternoon. Anyway, we need to grasp this and go, what can I do with it? How can I improve my relationship with my client? How do I improve how I serve? How do I use these tools to improve how I deliver information? And am I checking to see whether these people are getting it or not? How can I use this technology to find out who I really want to work with instead of just who I will accept working with? This technology can be used to do all of those things. And that's what I want to release upon the world. That's the legacy I want to leave, that a whole bunch of us, not the Elon Musks of the world, a whole bunch of us learn how to do things better so that we can outperform and outclass all those people out there selling their $100,000 in 7 days, but watch these 18 videos plan. And there's a lot of them. If you have not laughed enough today, y'all, I'm going to give you some golden right now. You ready? Okay. Go on YouTube and type in the word entrepreneur. Oh, you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. Entrepreneur, my friends, because you will, if you are like me, I wanted to laugh and projectile vomit right at the same time, which is hard to do, and get some plastic, because it is simultaneously the most disgusting things about coaching and friggin' hilarious. Entrepreneur, you won't be sorry. Okay. We're getting wild over here. I'm all standing up, doing cheers over here.
You gotta check this out. You got to check it out. But if I can, do a quick little side note there, because like you, I am a coach as well. And I have had a beautiful chat with Erica and others about the ugly side of coaching. But you mentioned something that I just want to make sure we highlight. And that one is working with people that you really want to work with, right? Being able to take this technology, level yourself up, and really talk to those people that you're really trying to connect with, and not just somebody that you got to work with to pay the bills.
That's right.
Because that makes a difference. And I will say this, and my mama, cover your ears because I'm about to say some things. But there was a workshop that you did with Peggy MacArthur. Okay, I'll leave it out because I don't want to. And we were able to play with one of your bots in terms of identifying our ideal clients. And just when I thought I had drilled it down to I couldn't drill anymore.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. I was like, okay, clearly I'm not done drilling. I'm not done drilling. So let me keep drilling there. I want to do two things here. Two things. One, I want to start with this and I want to end with that example that you gave, that workshop, and then also talk about the come right in. But you shared an article on LinkedIn. And I do want to say this, if you guys are on LinkedIn, hook up with RJ, because if you've ever considered using AI, currently are using AI, and you want to find out how can I really use this tool to level up my business and really fine tune some things, I believe in going to subject matter experts. She is one of them. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. She stays in the industry. She's always sharing good information. Recently, you shared an article about how there is now an open source, I could say a store, where people can go in and design their own bots.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I was checking it, right? So I read that article, then I came back to see there's more stuff. And as I told you before the show, girlfriends, companionships are what they're building.
Mm-hmm.
Some things are stereotypes and some things are just what they are. But so tell me, for people who may not have, because clearly they're proving it true, for people who don't have all the know-how, if you were a person to go into this store and buy your own bot or create your own GPT, any advice?
Yes. A couple pieces that you'll just need right away. You need to know this, that GPT eats one thing for breakfast, lunch, second breakfast, dinner, snacky poo at 2 a.m. through the drive-through. It eats one thing, and that is context. Do not tell it to do something without telling why. What exactly you want to come out of that. Any details that you can think of to surround that. Think about it like this. Knowledge is a person sitting on the couch. Context is a couch. If you feed it right context, if you give it the right surrounding information, it will bring you anything. For instance, one of the things, if you're just starting out, you might wander over to GPT, as I did, and go, hey, give me 5 suggestions for a Christmas gift for my wife. She does a lot of dungeon mastering. We're a D&D family over here. Some have sports. We have D&D. It's the same. Anyway, well, there's a lot more knives, but whatever. Don't worry about that part. Anyway, so she's a dungeon master, and so I went and I said, hey, give me 5 suggestions, and it gave me 5 of the most boring suggestions on the face of the earth. And I promptly thought, what is everybody so excited about? And I went off and did a different thing that day, which is hilarious to me now. Here's what you need to know. Running those beginning searches, add the words uncommon, unusual, little used, extraordinary. Use those to pump up those suggestions, and you will get so much more back. Give me an unusual marketing campaign. Give me ideas. I use GPTs for everything. Before we met, was eating some Cheetos that were left over on the counter that I was not supposed to be eating. And I ran out of them, which means I'm going to need to text Megan later today. Megan is my wife. Anyway, not the Megan in the movie. No, different Megan, real Megan. Anyway, I looked up right before we got on. I said, hey, GPT, I really like Cheetos, and I'd like to know how to make them in the air fryer. And it gave me a recipe. All right, I'm making Cheetos later. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these things that we think are binding us and that we think we have to do it the way everybody else does it. I beg you to set yourself free from all of it, because it ain't getting you nowhere right now. I mean, if it is, great. I love you. That's wonderful. But doing it the way that everybody else was doing it never got me anywhere. It didn't allow my personality to shine. It didn't allow my creativity to shine. I wasn't allowed to really even have ideas. Partner with GPT. Don't hide. Partner. Because GPT wants to help you. Takes no money, well, unless you do the $20 a month thing, which I do, and is with you 24/7. I created this room with GPT. I said I need a place where everybody knows your name, like in the Cheers show.
Like
and
Cheers.
Kind of a D&D tavern. And it gave me this. I texted Peggy. I'm like, oh my God, you need to know this right now. That poor woman. Hi, Peggy. I love you.
Oh my God. Okay. Hold up. We want to bring in our comments. Erica says AI has been around. It's just more out in the open. True. Kind of like when companies moved women from hidden in the back office to executives. We're still trying to get out of shadows, because some people, if they had their way, we'd probably be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen right now. But I don't want to talk about that because that's for a different show.
Right. Different show.
Different show.
Throat punching allowed.
Different,
Yes.
Gary is saying, great point, RJ. Ron is saying, I love me some RJ. Erica is putting in, we're going to get some sidebar music because we love sidebars. Tanya is telling you to preach. Erica says G is supposed to get some sound effects. Thank you. I'm working on it. Aisla says, like that context is the cast. Yes, I love that. That was a beautiful, beautiful image. Like, I got it. Ron is saying that RJ is smart. David is saying AI is a tool, and like any other tool, you can either walk to work, you can take your bike, you could ride your motorcycle, or get in the car. Or if you're really fancy, you get a chauffeur into somebody, but it's your choice. But it's the tool. You're still going to get there. But before we go, time is just flying. As I said before, I was lucky. And I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm sorry, Mama. We were in Peggy's Get Shit Done workshop. And I'm saying right now, if y'all want to get some things done, then you want to check out Peggy MacArthur. When we talk about next level community building, I'm going to do another shout out. Grow Brunch is where it's at. So if you're on LinkedIn, link up with Peggy MacArthur and RJ, and there are so many other people. I'll probably put it in the comments here. But the come right in. I love it. I know it's not. I need to put it right here in the camera because it's like I need to focus.
We'll get it right there.
There we go.
Sort of. Mine's blurry.
Yeah. Yes. Tell us about the come right in, would you, ma'am?
I will. I would love to, because it is my new place to hang out that is my favorite. Yes, Time Benders is my second favorite. But may I introduce this, my darlings, is the come right in. Yes, that is spelled correctly. Because rights are people who like build ships, shipwrights. It's about making stuff. It's about being creative. And for me, that's the piece we've been missing for so darn long. We've been forced and marched according to everybody else's rules and, forced through a gate like sheep. I am no longer a sheep. I don't want to be a sheep. I want to make my own thing. I want to sing my song, because you know what? My people, when I'm talking, when I'm writing stuff, when I'm doing stuff, my people sit up and listen and go, whoa, who is the girl in the cape? I need to get to know her. That's what I want. I don't need everybody else in the world. I don't need everybody else in the world. I need my people, because it's my people that will come to me and be willing to do the things that we do together and the craziness that we make every day. I created this on Go Brunch because text communities are boring. Shh. No. Okay, yeah, I did say it. I said it. Text communities are boring. They're all made just exactly like Facebook. If they're not on Facebook, Facebook did not design those communities with you in mind. either as a coach or as a participant or as an anything. Facebook designed those communities so that they could data mine all of us. You know, I mean, that's the deal. Why else is it that you are subscribed and you've rung the bell and you've done the things and you've put the cookies out and you still can't hear anything from that group you're in? Come on. Text communities are boring. I wanted to create a live event community. I wanted to create a place where we could co-work, where we could do workshops, where we could just hang out. I've got an office in there that only the VIPs have the key to. I got pictures of my dog in that room. We created, I say we because I generated the pictures, but then I said, Peggy, help! And she helped me refine a lot of what I was doing to make it look like a cohesive universe. Listen, I'm going to tell you a crap statistic right now. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Entrepreneurs have double the suicide and depression rate of normal people.
What? I didn't know that.
It's ridiculous because we feel like we need to build ourselves up on our own bootstraps. How do you pull yourself up on your own bootstraps, by the way? I would like to see a demonstration, please, because that is such a ridiculous statement. But we think we got to do it alone. And we think we got to figure it out alone. And we think we got to be ahead of whoever is beside us. Nope. We need to hold hands, y'all. We need to get together. If you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, you go together. It's time. It's time for us to go together. It's time to create places where we love hanging out. I know everybody is over at Time Benders right now having a party. We're going to see clips of that. And we're going to laugh. I love being here, and I'm going to go join their party when we're done because, I have to. I can't let anything happen without me. But creating a live community, you know what I mean? Inviting people in. I write emails, and sometimes at the bottom I go, hey, want to chat? I'm over at the Come Right In. I'm bartending today. You want to come and hang out with me? And people hit the button and come over. We are lonely. There's a loneliness epidemic, and it is the worst with entrepreneurs because we think we've got to create the best mousetrap ever. And if we let anybody see what we're doing, they're going to steal it. And it's going to be terrible. And we gotta go into this alone. You know what? That story is a myth. It's a myth. You're myth-informed.
RJ, you already know how I feel about people stealing blessings. You know how I feel about people stealing blessings.
That's
you know.
That's right.
Let me say this because we're almost at an hour, just like that, right? And we only gave the tip of what RJ is open to sharing. So I do want to say that. Hey, we have Cass Louie here. Great information and insights. Thank you for being here. Yes, Peggy. Link up with her on LinkedIn because and we actually get in there and we work. So when we talk about, as you mentioned, I didn't know that solopreneurs, what have you, had a high suicidal and depression rate. Did not know, because I do know that when you're working alone, it can seem lonely. I am a class A loner, but even I understand that the human experience is best with some good humans, right? Because, some good humans, which is why Gary and I have our accountability group. That's why we meet, because, and Erica's part of that group too. And we are considering extending it because people shouldn't work alone. Hello, duh.
That's right.
But yes, he said, shout out to Peggy and RJ and Go Brunch. Go Brunch is where it's at. Ron says, I'm in Peggy's workspace. I love it. Tanya is saying, yes, Peggy. Peggy's getting all the shouts. Yeah. Peggy is getting all the shouts. Yes, the mug. First of all, we didn't even talk about it. And I know it is like almost to an hour. And I'm sorry, y'all, but it's a QR code on this mug. Can I just tell you that? And I'm saying it. I am taking that idea. I'm going to put on one of my mugs. I'm going to do it.
I will. And you see, by the way, you scan when you get the mug you scan the code, and every time you get a randomized message of encouragement. It's the flagon of community right here, I think, is what I named it. But yeah, you know what? Let's be there for each other. Let's walk into the future together. Let's quit this whole business of just thinking we have to do it alone. Unless we do it alone, it's not worth it. No, you know what? The only things that are worth doing with G, Peggy, and all our other friends. You know what? I'm sitting in my private office. I'm having a meeting with somebody that I coach. And I just, all of a sudden, I hear this giggling. And poop, poop. Peggy pops in and Emily pops in. And they're like, we've decided your meeting's over, because it was past the hour. We decided your meeting is over. And we're going to show you this real quick. And it just made my week. How long's it been since somebody busted through a door to see you?
Yes.
That's what we got on Go Brunch.
It's about community. It's about community. Okay, so we are going to wrap this up, people. Before I go, Isla says no more sheep. Not for me. David is giving you the high five, the hands up there. Tanya says to come right in is an experience. You must have it in your life. Ron is talking about you better preach, RJ. Those are some awesome stats. And then we have, yes, Peggy and RJ. They are the dream team. Lastly, send the girl logo and QR, and we'll make that mug happen. There you go. Thank you, ma'am. Hey, everybody. Hey, let me just say this. I want to thank you all for tuning in today. Lord bless us for getting through all of this. But real talk, RJ is on LinkedIn. You want to share your link, RJ? Just sort of shout it out for us. We'll put it in the comments later. Right, yes. She's got that going. My mother says it was a great show. Thank you, Mother. Tanya is also saying that Go Brunch brings community. Yes, I will say that. Now, I've done a soft opening for my virtual photography showroom, but the Get Her Done accountability group, myself, Erica, and Gary will be meeting in our Go Brunch spots. We're going to send out our invites as well for you guys to come and get with us. And it really is about community. Now, if you're a person who operates in fear, this probably ain't the way for you to go. Thank you, David. Thank you for showing up. We always appreciate you showing up here. If you're a person who operates in fear, then this is not your spot, because we are not fearful people here. Like, that's not what we do. I'm going to put in the comments. This is, let me go here. I'm going to share it, paste. Yes. There you go. All right. Okay. It copied everything, but that's okay. Link up with RJ, link up with Peggy. I'm on LinkedIn as well. We actually do like talking to people, believe it or not. We are not BSing you. See, I kept it clean for my mama because she's still here. All right, let us get I gotta, I keep this together. I keep it together. Let us get our music. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you for watching another episode of Small Biz Bites with Gwendolyn R. Houston Jack, where we chat with other creatives and small business owners about their journey. And we also invite you to like, share, and subscribe to the GR Houston Jack YouTube channel, where you can get the latest and greatest.